Dear friends, we're entering into the first Shabbat of the year, a Shabbat that has a special name called the Shabbat of Teshuvah, Shabbat of repentance, Shabbat of Shuvah, Shabbat of return, of us returning back to our full and complete relationship with God, our Creator, Master of the world, and our partnership with Him. And in this week's Torah portion, Vayelach, one of the last ones of the Torah, spoken to the Jews or happened basically in the last day of the life of Moshe Rabbeinu. We find two commandments, and one of them, the final commandment in the Torah, the second to the final commandment in the Torah, is about writing a Torah. That everyone has a responsibility to write a Torah. It's a mitzvah that's not so common because it's very expensive today to write a Torah. But really everyone has that responsibility to write the Torah and the mitzvah. And today it can be done in various forms. And what's interesting is that this is sort of Moshe Rabbeinu's, Moses' parting words to the Jewish people, is remember to write a Torah. Why? This should be one of the first things he tells the Jews. All this I'm teaching you, you're going to have to write it for yourselves. And everyone that's born, every Jew, till the end of time will have to write a Torah for themselves. Why is this the last thing he's telling the Jewish people? And in here we see that Moshe, this is his legacy to the Jewish people. Moshe is synonymous with the Torah. We actually call it the 5 books of Moses. When Moshe was leaving the Jewish people, they were questioning, Moshe, we're going to miss you. Without you, it's not going to be the same. No more as a teacher, as a guide, as a prophet. So Moshe says, write a Torah. When you write the Torah, you have God. When you write the Torah and you keep it close to you, God walks with you wherever you go. God guides you, and He does everything for you when you have the Torah. And I want to tell you, Moshe says, when you have the Torah, you have me as well. Because I, in my life, embodied the Torah. And when you have the Torah as your guide and you have it close to you, you're going to embody the Torah as well. And this is really what we have to endeavor, is that the Torah and us should become synonymous. Today we don't write a Torah, but we still have that same obligation of making the Torah a core part of who I am. To the point that the Torah is so much a part of me that I think like the Torah thinks. There's a famous story of the 5th Lubavitcher Rebbe, that he once did a certain conduct that people did not recognize, and they asked him, where did he find it? And he says, I don't know. But if I did it, it definitely exists, because I train myself to, when I study something, I make it like my second nature. I don't have to remember to do it. It's automatic. It happens. That's how much I train myself. And this is the way the Torah should be incorporated into every one of our lives. That just becomes naturally a part of who we are, a part of our existence. So as we go into the new year, we're proclaiming to God, you're the King. We want to devote our lives to you and make it the center of our lives. This is the greatest thing you can do for God, is say, we make the Torah a part and parcel of who I am for now and forever. So I want to wish you Shana Tova, Shabbat Shalom. This Shabbat is also September 11th. Commemorate that infamous day in 2001 when all of us who are alive then remember exactly where we were when we heard the news of the first plane hitting the Twin Towers, and then a little while later, the second plane. Look, it was so surreal. Who even imagined it was true and happening? And people were looking to bring out the worst in the world and destroy civilization, humanity, our resolve, our confidence. But here we stand at the beginning of the year, ushering in a new year of trying to make the world better, kinder, gentler, more unified, more tolerant, more goodness, more light, more warmth, May it happen for all of us now. So Shabbat Shalom. God bless you. We love you all. Candlelight time in Montreal this week is 6:56 p.m.